Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. If you're wondering why we're back here at the Mojave Outpost, it's because I want to show you some of the new mods I've installed. Now, contrary to what I said previously about not wanting to have, over-sexualized characters and whatnot, I decided to install the Type 3 body, but not for the reasons you're thinking. It's so I could fix some of the graphic issues I've been having. Especially with the head and the body, with the skin tones just not matching. I think you can see now that it's sort of fixed. I say sort of, because there's still this visible line, which doesn't look too great. It looks kind of like a Barbie doll, who you can just rotate it about unnaturally. But it's better than before. I still don't know if there's any way I can fix it properly. Secondly, I installed the Waster scarf, which you can see here. It looks pretty cool. And I know that I said that I only like mods that add weapons and armor to leveled lists, so you can loot them naturally in the game. I found, this one, I think it's found in a crate beside the Prospector Saloon or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, if it's only something that gives you, +1 to perception and damage resistance, I think that's trivial enough. It's not going to make me, a super overpowered badass overnight. I'll show you the other variant, which covers your mouth and your nose. Also pretty cool. I don't know, I prefer the other one though, which leaves your mouth and your nose visible. I mean, how can you breathe through that? It's kind of weird. And lastly, I installed the Old World Radio mod, which adds, I think, 11 different radio stations. It's pretty crazy. I think the download was about a gig. So yeah, a lot of radio stations. Now I'm hoping I don't choose the one that has got any licensed music, because that would just result in my video getting taken down. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one's a detective, sort of detective story radio station or something.
Tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another
pretty cool
reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers.
So I guess I'll give you something to listen to in the background while I try and come up with things to say. That's a bit loud though. Turn it down a little bit. That's a little bit better. It's just something to have in the background, especially with all the running and walking we have to do. So I think we should get back to it. I think we are nearly done with this quest now, to help the ghouls fly into space. Probably their version of heaven, I think.
Case for tonight, soft touch.
Whoa, a lot of zombies here. Am I even hitting them? I always ask that because I don't seem to be getting much feedback. That's fine anyways.
If we wake them up now, they'll never finish their naps. We'll bring them in a few minutes.
Okay. Getting up at 4 a.m. was kind of early, even for
Pack
them.
of cigarettes. I think there's 2 more over there.
Paws painted the windmill.
Oh, Bill, I love this place. I wish we didn't live so far away.
Yeah.
We don't get here often.
Am I going the right way?
Wonder where the folks are. They
I
usually
think I'll just
stand in the
leave
middle of the
them.
road waiting
They
for
won't
us
drop
when we
anything
bring
that
the kids
valuable
ready.
anyways.
The door's open. Your mother's probably in the kitchen cooking enough food for a dozen.
Yeah. Don't smell anything cooking.
Ma? Pa? You home?
Maybe they're still.
I think I'm gonna have to use a
They're always
different
back by
weapon
10
now.
o'clock. The garage door was
I'm
closed,
starting
too.
to hit
Always
the
leaves it
next, you
open
know,
when he's got the car out.
power
Oh, they
spike.
must be in back someplace.
Yeah.
And I think all the mobs will start getting a bit harder now.
I've never known your mother to be any place but in the kitchen, though.
Yeah, but she
As much as I
doesn't
like
hit so well
using the cheap 9mm ammo, I think it's inevitable that we have to swap to something else.
Nobody here, Judy.
I'll
Bill, what's
use
that
this.
at the door to the pantry?
No, actually, this one's weaker still. I'll probably try and look at my stash back at Novak and see if I have any better weapons. I've forgotten that I upgraded my pistol, so
Jason says that I am to
Let's ask this
cooperate
guy what
with
to
you
do.
on the final tasks necessary to launch the Great Jet. I'm the flock's resident engineer. I've always been good with machines. Jason, of course, my skills aren't much use unless I have the right materials.
so looks like we have to look for some stuff.
The ranch house less than 1 hour after the bodies were discovered.
When I joined the flock, Jason made it clear that he wanted me to supervise the repairs, not do them myself.
It's all right.
It would be a waste of my gifts to work on just one system at a time.
Car, though.
From up here,
Mind
I've
if
been
my
able to
wife takes some
supervise the
tan?
entire...
I won't leave you here, Bill.
So this guy's actually
Please,
pretty
honey, I'll be
smart.
alright. I don't want the kids to come in
I mean,
here.
he's like the one who's in charge of this whole project.
I'll meet you at the hotel later.
I thought we were past all that, smooth skin. But you just can't resist the chance to mess with me. Typical human.
He's still convinced that he's
I
a
was
ghoul.
human once, you know. Grew
I
up
think
on
that's the reason why
34, northeast of
why
here.
the other ghouls didn't
Nice
let him
upbringing if
down
you
there.
like
It's
assault
because he'll
rifles and
die from all the
target
radiation, but he doesn't seem to be
Oh, you
convinced.
prefer machines that don't shoot?
Told us to come right in,
Who
Bill.
should maintain the vault's reactor? Hauser?
Might have known something was wrong
Haverson
when
won't
she
mind
was
getting
supposed to
He's
irradiated.
getting kind of
Haverson
angry.
won't mind mutating. He's already ugly as it is.
I think he must have been
Haverson won't mind when
bullied or
his hair
something
starts falling out after a
from
few
a
years.
very early
There's
age for
no
being
connection,
bald.
Haverson. You're neurotic.
Take a look at him, Sheriff.
I just feel kind of bad for him. He left his vault because he was going bald.
Bald?
Ross never made
You
an
call
enemy in
this
their whole
bald,
lives,
smooth
did he?
skin?
Say,
I'm a monster. A
you want me to go
monster.
with you, do we?
No, it won't be necessary. Just take
Yeah, that guy needs help.
Kitchen's there.
Haha. First time we actually get to use the Black Widow speech dialogue.
Cruel beating, Ranger.
I'll use it.
Stop making fun of me. But you're telling the truth, aren't you?
Help me move the old man's body.
Oh no. How could they do this to me? For 2 years. My God, I've been a joke. Do you have any idea how easy
Oh,
it'd be
God.
for me to sabotage
Like,
those
I think you
rockets?
can actually convince
That'd be
him
a
not to
joke, huh?
sabotage it.
One hell of a
Or,
joke.
yeah, I think...
Unless it was wrapped in something.
No, let's not do that.
One other thing I can think of.
What, you think I'm too stupid to pull it off? I know enough to get their rockets working, don't I?
So he thinks
So
he's
I can
being
make
used by
them
the
fail,
ghouls.
too.
Paper.
Crumpled too.
But I don't think it's using when he's the one who's approaching the ghouls in the first place, wanting to go with them.
Read anything to you?
If we find the rest of the paper this came from, no. But if we don't...
Like I could forgive myself for getting duped like this. They used me, and now they'll throw me away.
There must be a third option.
I'm gonna send this into our lab at Austin.
Looks like
And
this happened
dying would be
sometime
worse
last
than
night.
this?
That's something
Used
we'll
up
know
and
when we
thrown
get
away
the
like
basics.
garbage? Oh, so
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
redeemed the
You're gonna be
human
like
race, is that
a
it?
god to them.
What a crock.
Called to have
The
bodies
human
of the
race
pieces
can't
were picked up.
stand.
Then we checked around the outside of the house. The gravel road
So,
didn't hold
you
the
want
car
me to
track.
accompany you on your adventures ac-
Found marks where a horse had been tied.
Ah, so we can get to settle down back
like
at
among
Novak.
humans
Ranch
again?
barn.
That's what you're suggesting? I guess.
You went right toward the
I mean,
south.
I'm not sure if
Only
he's like
chance I've
deliberately
got.
putting this
I
voice
can't
on, but
believe I'm agreeing to this, but I'll give it a try.
Might have ridden
I'll
over
get
there
Jason and his
he
flock
should
on their
probably
horses.
try not to sound like that.
This trail wasn't one of Ross's. Pony we're following has a spread hoof. Ooh. Look. See the marks?
So yeah, I think we
Are you
can
ready to get started? Those rockets aren't going to launch themselves.
actually get around to finding those things now.
I was close to completing work on the rockets before we... 2 components were missing. Quantity of isotope 230. The igniting agent is highly
Yeah,
radioactive.
the igniting agent are the rocket souvenirs that you can get back at the Dino Bite gift shop
It's
in
no longer
Novak.
potent enough. I need you to. As for the thrust
I actually
control
found them
modules,
already off camera
custom
because
built
I
for these
figured I would
rockets.
save you guys from
They won't
watching
even
me
launch
having to
without them.
fast travel all the way back there.
But I didn't kill nobody.
Very well. We don't need a huge amount. 2 to 3 liters should be enough.
Yep, these rocket souvenirs.
Yes, that's isotope 239, all right. And there's enough here to launch the rockets.
I mean,
Now
I had
all I
to
need is the
break
thrust control
open
modules.
the lock to the storeroom in that gift shop because he would only give me an option to get one at a time, you know, which would take ridiculously long if you were to
Repcon has been ransacked so many. Jason has
wait,
mentioned
you know,
some
was it like
industrial
3
ruins
weeks or
of these
something
that are supposed to
for
be
his
highly
for his,
radioactive.
Ross was fixing to have some crop dusting done.
so I can cycle through the vendor lists 5 times or so.
No, Ranger, the crop dusting plane comes down from Salt Flats.
Any tips?
Scavengers wouldn't know the value of the modules just by looking at
Carried
them.
over on my place.
If you know any
Some
junk
of my
dealer,
cattle watered down near that cotton. Made 'em sick.
So
Say he'd watch out for it. Yeah. And that was all.
I think
When I come home.
I've forgotten what I need to get.
Hold on, Chuck. Easy, boy.
I think I can rely on the quest marker though, that should help.
Yeah, Chuck?
I just sorted something. When I left Ross's place just before dark,
So where is it do I
drove up,
I have to go?
the house. Who was in it? Man, that's all I know. You didn't see his face? No.
Pretty near
Only thing that
Novak.
makes me think of it was something I noticed. Car wasn't from around here.
How do you know?
Well, they had one of them fancy frames around the license plates. You know the things I mean. Like
Yeah,
the
I'm not
name
actually
of town stamped on it.
I'm not actually
Did you
paying
notice
much
it?
attention to the
Yeah.
radio station, but
Car was from San
I still
Antonio.
prefer having it.
San Antonio. Thanks.
I always like to have some sort of background noise.
Good thing he noticed that car,
So
remembered it.
I don't know
Might be a big help.
what we are to do. Who are you?
Might be a big lie, too. That
Who
man's
sent
hard.
you?
He just acts
I
hard,
ain't
Ranger.
talking. They tried
This
to
guy's
get me
getting
talking,
paranoid.
but I didn't say nothing.
Cowhands a few years
I
back.
don't aim to now.
He
by
don't
God.
need no harm.
Maybe not.
He
We'll
makes
just
a
see
bad
about that.
impression.
You
He's
come
liable to
any
send more
closer, and
flowers
I'm
to
liable to
Ross Bureau than
stick.
most anybody around.
Oh, he's gonna try and knife me.
Killers to do that before
Okay, let's just leave before something happens. Not that I'm scared.
We checked other ranchers in the area, but we didn't get any information until next morning at the sheriff's office.
Morning, Jace.
So I think we're to go to some sort of scrapyard.
No, waiting for him to call me now. What's that? The autopsy?
Yeah, I think that's it over
Yeah.
there.
Medical
And just
examiner
buy
seems
all
to
the
agree
parts.
With your idea. Death might have been caused by a beating with fists.
Pretty thorough job of beating. You
I
read
think
that?
she's in
Yeah.
charge of it.
Broken neck. Struck right at the base of the brain. Rabbit.
Hi there.
Yeah.
I'm Old Lady Gibson,
man
or
Ross
so they
Henry,
tell
yeah,
me.
like you said.
I've got odds and ends
Hmm,
for
we
sale,
have a
and
new
I'm
quest
pretty
as
good
well
at
added.
fixing things too.
That's Edie's
You might have
companion
noticed
quest, I
the very
think.
large building just north of here. That's
Enclave
Helios 1.
log data.
The NCR runs the place,
Don't know
so
that is.
it's off limits to
You have your hands
prospectors.
full. Whoever did it was big, and he could hit. Plenty hard.
As
and
it so
just the right
happens, I
spot.
do have some thrust
500
modules,
caps.
but they're expensive.
Only because he fits the bill
500
in a
caps
few
worth
ways.
of it.
Never hurt nobody before.
But he's a bitter man. That kind
It doesn't hurt that much. Yeah, we have
Pleasure doing
enough.
business with you.
Hello?
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe reinforcement project
Adams
for the
Air
combat
Force
model
Base. I think
iBots.
that was one of the places back at Fallout 3. I don't know what to do there. I've never done this before.
iBot Duraframe
even in my
Subject E
first
is both the
playthrough.
prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was canceled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire Armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost.
You've been checking on that car from San Antonio?
If you're listening to this log from one of our
I
Enclave
don't know.
outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
Seems like the only one who did see it was Chuck Whitaker.
I hate to admit it, Jace, but it's
This
beginning
is-
to look that way.
Let's get our horses.
I want to see Whitaker again.
I'm not really sure. There's no quest marker or anything. I probably should have been paying more attention. Kind of daydreaming at the moment.
When you've known a man all your life, you hate to think he's a murderer.
I can always look it up, I guess.
You hate to see a neighbor get killed too.
Whitaker's telling the truth. He's got nothing to
But
worry about.
first things first, let's get this done.
Young Bill Ross. He was all busted up at the funeral parlor. Tough for him to take it alone. He made his wife and kids go back to Fort Worth.
He the only child?
Bill? Yeah. Only one
Whoa.
living that is. Had a sister, Joan.
Just raining body parts or something.
What happened to her?
She was a Navy nurse. Got killed in the Solomon Islands during the war.
I think what the game does is it respawns everything when you fast travel back to an area. So that's why I've done that probably. And I'm going the wrong way. Oh, looks like that was pretty good of us. Who's got a free level up? So what am I to do here? Repair, again, really important. Speech. I'm starting to think that speech is quite important in some places, but I don't know. Medicine as well. Oh. Don't have enough points. If only we got more points.
You are listening to Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson.
Should I just dump all my points into guns again? I mean, I think guns not only increases your accuracy, it also increases the damage you do. It sort of scales the damage of all the weapons you use.
Yeah, I sure did see the car, like I told the deputy.
I'm sure it's not much, but it adds up.
Noticed it when I give him some gas.
One more point, let's just throw it into
Guess there's not much traffic from San
lockpick.
through here, does it, Sheriff?
No, we're off the main U.S. highways. Anybody coming down here on a state road would have to have some business around here someplace.
You remember the man in the car?
I just want to check some of my perks.
Can you describe him?
Yeah. I was so worried I didn't take educated. I mean, that's probably one of the best things to take early on.
What was wrong with it?
Well, Sheriff, his face looked like he tried to bulldog a steer on rocky ground and lost it. Sure was scarred up.
He bleeding any place?
Oh, no, Ranger. I didn't mean fresh scarred. Reckon he looked that way for a long time.
And when he left here?
I can't really hear the radio
Sure did.
that well.
Nobody else in here when he stopped or when he left, so
I think I turned it down a bit too much.
Watch him when he drove off.
He's going in the direction of the Ross Ranch, all right?
Yeah. But who was it?
That's what I'm going to find out.
So I think we're
Have
done
you
here.
found the components we discussed?
Bill Ross said
Yep.
he's a commercial artist.
Indeed you
Yeah,
did.
why?
And they seem to be in excellent condition.
Get a detailed description of that face and see if Ross can draw something that's
So let's get to it.
Yes, I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin. The rockets are ready,
before he
Jason.
joined us at the sheriff's
Great
office,
journey
something else
can
was
begin.
long distance
I mean, those two rockets don't really look too sturdy.
Good, Captain.
Yeah, they're home.
Look at that.
May the Creator guide my
They're all in their
words
spacesuits.
always be true.
I think he
The
probably
Almighty
should
Creator
do that
has
as well.
seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently.
What was the answer?
The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of two human
Yep, we're getting the praise we deserve here.
the other along abiding.
Bill Ross just came in with the sheriff. I'll get on it.
To our new friend, we say thanks and promise never to forget how we cleared from our path.
In terms of monetary rewards, we didn't get much, but
Yes, Ranger.
I think the spacesuit's worth it.
By the
We are more than
letter
thanks.
2 months ago.
Chris,
No, I
You have made this great journey a reality. From this moment forward, you will be remembered as the saint of the great journey.
I can't hear him that well, and I don't know, his voice doesn't have any subtitles for some reason.
Give us your blessing, and we bestow ours upon you. Seekers, board the rockets. Take your seats. The great journey awaits. To the
I think this is
promised
it.
land we go. To the far beyond.
Did you write to you about that?
Look at that, they're all starting to board the ships.
In the past 2 months, he loaned Walt several $100s. I have to cancel checks.
A few of them having trouble remembering what they're doing.
I want to see where those checks were cashed. Come on.
Jace, you figure this Walsh is a phony working the old war buddy racket?
This is so exciting.
But with a new
Ah, there's actually 3 of them. I didn't see that one there at the back.
I mean that families of servicemen and women open their hearts to strangers.
What are they doing? Are they not getting in?
You mean Walsh killed my family?
Your father must have suspected him. He wrote to Washington and found out Walsh had never been in the Solomons or the Marines. When Walsh
Yeah,
came
what
last
what
time,
do we do?
he called his hand with a letter he'd gotten from the VA.
Here's the building where the lawyer is.
It says we're to go all the way back out here. I'm not sure.
4 of them, total of $600.
I head up to the viewing platform,
Cash joined by merchants and
wherever that is.
That car came from San Antonio, Jace. That sure fits.
it sure does. Let's get out to that cafe and get
Is
that
it over
sketch.
here? No, it isn't. Oh, I might. Are you seriously going to make me run all the way back there? Fine. Yeah, I'm really debating whether or not I should install the Project Nevada mod. That seems to be really, you know, one of the most popular ones on the Nexus. I don't know, the mod just seems too grand in scale. It seems like it could mess some of my, you know, it could mess my game up just because it adds so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Some of the functions do look pretty useful though, especially the sprint. Yeah, it's in situations like this where I'm having to run through
I don't know.
a whole map and a whole area just to get to a location.
Been treated bad.
Walsh was lying.
That I really wish I had the sprint function.
Must have got beat up someplace, Jace.
Yeah.
I think there's also slow-mo as well.
I know where.
What do you think?
In a prize
I mean, the shooting mechanics in this game aren't that great. I don't think it's good enough
Figuring that just because of his
for
face.
slow-mo
One
anyways.
other thing. Don't forget that autopsy report there.
I mean, Vance is already slow
Well, you
motion,
remarked
so...
right then that the fellow who threw those punches knew what he was doing.
I'd sure like to get my hands on him.
So we're...
Too old.
Oh, we're turning up the
Give him to
research
my kid's
labs.
sister.
Think about your own revenge. Law will take care of that.
Yeah. But no law can bring them back to life.
Drop you at the office, Bill, you and the sheriff. I'll be in touch with you later.
Where are you going, Jace?
Out of your territory. San Antone.
I mean, are we... I don't know why we have to do this. Are we to, like, press the red button or something?
All right, come on, Chris. Throw that 1-2 faster. Come on, roll with it.
Out here? Yep.
Now, let me see, Ranger. I've seen that face before, sure. Well, Benson,
Ah, this is it.
we used to train here, all right?
So we are to press the launch button.
Papa's the world's
I would have thought Chris would have wanted the privilege of doing so since this is all his hard work. Do I just...
You know what can I do for you?
do I use
Old
this?
man who looks like this.
Yeah, I seen him before.
His name Walsh.
Walsh, nothing. That's Eddie Pola. I never did amount to anything.
Is this to sabotage it?
Wide open for a left hook.
I'm really curious as to what that does.
Main thing I want to know is
Am I able to
Oh, 6-7 years ago.
that long?
get 55 in science though? Nope. Just missed out on it. Oh, I'm so mad right now. I really want to see what that
You have no
lets you
idea where
do.
I might find it.
I don't think I managed to gain access to that the first time round anyways. Actually, I think we can do this. Let's just wait and see. mentats. They increase your intelligence, so that buffs your science up. Oh, 34! No! I'm missing it by 1. I'm really, oh my god, am I really gonna miss it by 1 point?
That's my plan, all right. Why?
Well, don't surprise me none, you understand, but let me give you some
Come
advice.
on, there must be something I can do.
Clinches if you find him, Ranger. He's tough with 9 miles unpaved road. He's bad medicine. And he won't be fighting by the rule books if he knows
Intelligence, I literally just need 1 more point.
Being careful ain't enough. Get off first. Remember, he's a sucker for a left hook. If he gets a chance to hit you good, he won't stop till he kills you.
That really sucks. Oh, this really sucks.
I checked the Empire
Nope.
Theater for Pola's
Looks
girl,
like we have to live with
but she hadn't been seen for years.
not knowing what this
I called
does.
to headquarters asking them to check out.
Look at that. This is so cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The third run right there, that didn't look good. Somehow the people in Novak like us now, even though I don't think this place even existed. Not even though, I mean, I doubt they knew the goals. I guess they're happy that they have someone as skilled as Chris in their community. But yeah, I think that about does it for this part. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I mean, I'm still really worried about that third rocket. It didn't look like it took off properly. You know, it looked like someone releasing a balloon. But good luck to those guys in space, I guess. And I'll see you in the next part of my playthrough. Bye.